Hello, my name is Eli B. I am a queer trans man, obviously black. My childhood, I grew up with I have like 9 or 10 siblings altogether, something like that. I grew up with 2 of them, my younger sisters, and it was typical black mom, even though she kind of has a husband, she's like a single mom, poor, you know, I'm the oldest child, so I gotta take care of my little sisters. So my childhood is kind of like swept away because I'm caregiver, but then you still got my mom telling me to be a child, but it's like, how do I be a child? And like, I'm supposed to be a role model and a child. I don't know how to do this because children make mistakes. As far as like sexuality and gender identity went, I was like pushed into being a lesbian and pushed into living that masculine of center woman life because of course my mom at her age didn't know about gender identity. So how she saw me performing fit with what she knew of butch lesbian. So like coming up into adolescence, that's when it was like, oh, well, you're a lesbian. So they outed me. And I didn't come out as trans until after like 27. I no idea what it was to be a trans person and pretty much didn't know trans men existed, kind of. Like I knew it was just women. So I knew all about trans women, but then there was a stigma, sex workers, you know, just a man in a you know, dress, stuff like that. Then as I got older, I started watching like YouTube videos, and that's when you would see regular people like me, well, white, making videos on YouTube about their transition and taking testosterone and shots. Then a few black guys started popping up. And that's when I was like, oh, so it's not like a white people thing. It's like, you know, because sometimes LGBT stuff becomes like a white people thing to some people. So seeing like black trans guys, it helped me start like the questioning. Because I questioned forever. My entire lesbian journey, I was questioning. I work in a cis hetero male dominated, white specifically, field. I'm a utility worker here in New York. So in the actual field, working with all those guys, and I really hate to say this because it also broadcasts the misogyny and it broadcasts the sexism of like how, and misogynoir, you know what I'm saying, like black women deal with. They were treating me like a girl. Better yet, they were treating me like a black girl. Like all the bad stigmas, I'm lazy, anything I express, I got an attitude, silencing me if I did say something that's logical, but they don't want to hear it, so my input doesn't matter as much as theirs. So all of that came into play, and I'm like sitting at home, I'm like, I can't do this, man, like I'm trans. And I said it a few times, then I tweeted it. That's how I came out. I just tweeted it. I was crying when I wrote the tweet. It was a mixture of emotions. You know, I'm gonna lose people, I'm gonna find new people, there's gonna be a whole new chosen family, but then there's gonna be people that has been down with me since I can remember that they're gone now because they can't respect or they're ignorant, they don't wanna learn, you know, they're gleeful in their ignorance. Coming into my transition, I thought I would have a lot of support from a lot of people because I was big in that community. No, that's not how it works. It's a lot of transphobia. There's a lot of internalized homophobia. There's a lot of stuff that goes on between that. So that was very surprising of me. Like the same people who get asked questions, who's the boy or girl, you know, in a lesbian relationship and stuff like that, started asking me questions on a gender dynamic that was like, that's just as disrespectful as some of the stuff people ask you. You just don't realize it, you know, because you're coming from a place of privilege as a cis person. So that was like the most surprising. The most rewarding is like being able to unapologetically be me. Like that is like the most rewarding. Although I feel like I'm fighting and I'm arguing about who I am all the time, and it gets very exhausting, always feeling like I'm having to prove who I am. And everybody will say stuff like, oh, just be you. Yeah, you don't think I woke up in the morning and that's all I wanted to do is just be me? But people are telling me I can't be me because of my genitals, or I can't be me because X chromosomes, or I can't be me because some eugenics BS. There's plenty of times where I feel like this gender stuff is ridiculous. Like, sometimes I wish I didn't have a gender or a sexuality. Sometimes I wish it was just, or like normal people, you know? Like I wish I was just How other people don't understand me, I don't understand how come I'm not like them. The same way they don't get it, I'm like, well, I didn't choose this. Like, I didn't want to question all of this about me. The stuff that comes up in my mind, I didn't choose that. I chose to act off of it. I attribute everything in my life as far as it's changed my transition. Living in my truth, you have to live your truth. There ain't no lying to yourself. There's no lying about your mental illnesses, your addictions, your sexuality, your whatever you like. There is no lying about it. I mean, you can lie about it, but like, most trans people already felt like they was lying about their gender for so long, and now you're free about that. Why not be free about everything else? You're trans, you valid. You on moans, you're not on moans, you valid. You getting surgery, you not getting surgery, you valid. You don't have to change the way you dress, you're valid. You're trans, you're valid. You're trans and use the same pronouns, you're valid. That is not for anybody to police for you. That is the whole, point. So that's the biggest obstacle, is dealing with society as a whole. You would think sticking a needle in my butt every week would be the most painful part of this process, and it's not. It's dealing with individuals, cisgender specifically, heterosexual cisgender specifically, individuals, and what they think it is to be trans. It's just like being black. Like when people tell you, oh, you speak so proper, what you expected? How you expected for me to speak? Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. Like, how was that? So what did you expect for me to sound like? I don't know what you expected. There's no such thing as speaking proper. You understand what I'm saying, so it's the same societal just nonsense, just everything, like you said, what society dumped on us between our years. That was the best time to teach us stuff they wasted. And now here we are spending the time that's supposed to be flourishing in our knowledge, unpacking, unlearning all of that, learning all new stuff while trying to exist as adults. It's a lot,
It's a whole lot.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy.